Every NBA player has unique strengths and weaknesses that makes them who they are as a player. The point of this video is to highlight some of those weird or unconventional strengths that these players hold. Starting off this list, Chuck Hayes drawing free throw lane violations. I know that's a name you haven't heard in a while, but Chuck Hayes' free throw shot was so freaking absurd that players would think he is shooting and get ready to box out, but he hasn't even shot the ball yet. It would benefit Chuck because he would get another round at trying to hit another free throw again. He was a 60% free throw shooter. Chuck's free throw shot looks like it hurt. And once he winds that ball up, it's like he's going to release it, but it's kind of like a pump. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, what the hell is it? Al Jefferson only using his right hand to cook you. Listen, we love Al Jefferson on this channel. We love Big Al. But I will tell you this, that man has never used his left hand a day in his life, and it doesn't even matter, because he will still get 20 on you in the post. That man has every move in the book to get back around to that right hand, jumpers, up and unders, post hooks, and there is nothing you can do about it. You may know all of Al's moves, but you are not stopping Al Jefferson. Victor Wembanyama shooting one-legged jumpers. It's beautiful seeing Dirk's influence on the game, because over here on this channel, Dirk is the GOAT. Wemby has some motion on this shot, just taking one-legged threes. You know, he's just messing around at that size. I get it. You're probably not going to block a Wemby jumper, but adding another element of creating space with that one leg, that's kind of just disrespectful in a way. Like, jeez. But love seeing people take that one-legged shot. Tyrese Halliburton's ability to block three-point shots. Tyrese is actually pretty good at blocking players who are attempting a three-point shot, kind of a skill you wouldn't expect guards or someone like Tyrese to do. But Tyrese could be springy in these situations and can time the block, and these blocks are mostly coming off of rear view contests where he completely surprises the defense when he gets these blocks. I have two here for Carmelo Anthony. One, his second jump. This was pretty noticeable when Melo would grab offensive rebounds or putting back up his own miss after a shot, and he wasn't like jump out of the gym type of athletic, but he had some sneaky athleticism in his rebounding, drives, balance, had one of the best bodies to just bully you inside. But his work on the boards was very good. Had one of the best second jumps in the league, was pretty fast leaping off the floor and quickly getting right up and putting back a layup. The second one here is Carmelo Anthony's passing. Listen guys, I know the narrative of Carmelo being a ball hog, and I feel it's a shame for Melo because he never really truly achieved that balance of the threat of being a scorer and making plays for others, because he was always leaned on to being a main scorer. But I will always stand 10 toes when I say this. Melo was a damn good passer when he made an effort to pass. He wasn't the greatest court processor, mostly because he would be so focused on scoring that he would miss open windows to pass. But a lot of his passes were very accurate, on target, can hit passes with either hands, uses bounce passes, one-arm passes, can make passes out of double teams. He had a good bit of versatility in his passes. Lou Dort's drawing offensive fouls on screens. It's a strength. And now, I'm a person who will call a spade a spade. He flops in these situations. And I'm not a person to be like, oh my gosh, this new NBA is weak, it's soft, all these weak players, not in my day. I really don't care. And it's not all the times he does this, he flops, but some of it is just egregious. It's egregious. He's like throwing his body around. But hey, looking on the other side of this, sometimes you gotta sell stuff to really put the ref in a tough spot to make a call. And Lou has been the best in doing that. And also, you gotta take into account, calling a spade here. We see illegal screens damn near every game. Not every illegal screen is going to be called. I get it. It would draw down the game. Unless if it's really, really out there, they're probably not gonna call it. So for a guy like Dort to do this, you gotta sell the contact. I get it. Steph Curry's screening. Now, we don't really know point guards or guards to be known for their screening, and Steph Curry isn't the most physically imposing player, but he sets some really good screens that can free up his teammates, and then he uses those screens for opportunities to slip to the basket. He's also really good setting inverted screens for Draymond Green to get going to the rim. It's kind of weird seeing a guard so active as he is as a screener, but it's also very useful, so props to Curry for embracing that. Kyle Anderson, everything he does in the game of basketball is slow. His jump shot is slow. Running in transition is slow. His drives, dribble moves are slow. Can y'all imagine getting crossed up by Kyle Anderson? Getting your ankles taken by Kyle Anderson, snatched by Kyle Anderson on a crossover. I would have to rethink my love for the game if that happens to me, but massive props to Kyle because he has been good playing at his own pace, his own speed, and still effective in making plays. Still in control and can handle the ball a bit. Pretty unconventional as a wing, but still a solid player. Cade Cunningham's post hook. Cade has a strong post hook in his game, and this is a skill you would think, oh, it's just for big men to use. Why would a guard need to use post hooks? I still stand by the idea that every player who plays a game of basketball should invest in some sort of post scoring or post skills. And for a guy like Cade, who is 6'6", has strength, it's a good tool to use when he can just back you down and get in there and make some plays. Those taller point guards really need to have post moves in their game. It's very beneficial. John Wall's left-hand dunks. Wall primarily shoots right, but the man mostly dunks left. It's kind of absurd. It's the definition of ambidextrous. I thought it was a cool detail, but like oftentimes when he dunks, it's going to his left. It's really crazy. Luka Doncic's breaks. All right, I think we know this skill, but it still amazes me. This is another dude who plays slow but is in control. His breaks are just absurd, and it's disrespectful because he's already moving like slow, and then he gets slower. Like, how does that even work? Then boom, stops his momentum on a drive, gets you to freeze, and then he just goes, just continuous stopping and going, and then Luka can just change directions with tweens. When you look at Luka, do you really expect a guy like that to be that athletic with those moves? And then you factor in his change of pace, his balance and strength, just super agile as a bigger guard. I think it's probably the most frustrating thing to defend because, hey, if you defend a guy like Ja, you're like, alright, he's just explosive, he's quick. I can get a pass of just not staying in front of Ja. But a guy who is just moving slow and just continuously moving, changing directions seamlessly, man, oh man. Kyrie Irving's left-hand floater. I know we say this time and time again, but Kyrie is so damn skilled. The left-hand floater may seem like a regular shot, but honestly, shooting a floater with your left hand is pure skill. Who else in the league can really hit floaters with their offhand and strong hand? Both their offhand and strong hand. Mike Conley probably comes to mind, but not really anyone else. I think this makes Kyrie even more tough to defend because it's like, okay, he's driving left. He ain't gonna go for a floater, he's going for a layup, and then he just gets off of random floater, and you're just like, what? he got that off? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's balance. Sometimes I look at Shai's frame and I'm like, he shouldn't be able to move guys and then do the stuff that he does. He's still on balance on some of the shots he takes, even if he looks like he's going off balance. Like, he's another dude who's just constant change of direction, stop and go, fakes and pivots, and then he could be just slapped, hit, so many guys reaching in, and then he's just able to stay stable and get to a shot. Like, it's a tough skill. Like, this dude just doesn't get moved much by the defense. Always found it weird given his frame, but just incredibly impressive for him. Jamal Crawford's 4-point plays. Jamal generated a ton of 4-point plays in his career, and I think because he jumps pretty high on his shot and has a big sweep and sway in that shot, it's one of those jumpers where it's very tough to contest straight up, and you kind of have to contest from the sides. And if you do contest, you're probably going into his landing space, which helps in generating those foul calls. Andre Miller's entire archetype. Andre Miller's game was built a ton off craft and outsmarting his defender. Wasn't explosive, couldn't shoot, but man oh man did he have a killer post game and was strong as a 6'3" guard. We don't really see many small guards with a killer post game right now. Jalen Brunson comes to mind, but Miller's use of fakes, killer post moves and high-level passing made him a threat. The fake timeout stuff also from him was pretty slick high IQ stuff. Kevin Martin's foul drawing. You wouldn't expect this. Kevin Martin had a pretty weird shooting form, and he was a pretty good foul drawer, even though he was mostly a jump shooter. Y'all thought Dwayne Wade, James Harden foul drawing was egregious? This man, Kevin Martin, would literally throw his body into you on jumpers to get a call. He was really slick and sly with it as a foul drawer, and it worked out for him. Draymond Green helping off the strong side. It is very much known that helping off the strong side corner can generate easy, quick open threes, but Draymond is one of the best at helping off the strong side with sliding over or jabbing at the ball, and then he has quick feet and instincts to recover back to the shooter and force them to pick up their dribble or deter a shot. Not a very common skill. It's hard to recover on strong side situations, but Draymond executes these to perfection. Peyton Watson's rim protection. Peyton Watson is more of a small forward, and usually guys his position are more so point of attack type defenders or switchable, but he has legit juice as a help side rim protector who averaged 1.4 blocks a game for the Nuggets. He has pretty long arms and is quick off the jump with good reaction, and he's one of those players needed when building around Jokic. Just that springy, athletic dude who can slide over and protect the rim. Ty Jerome, same hand, same foot floater. Usually guys shoot off both feet, or righties will jump off their left foot for their floaters, but Ty will jump off his right foot with a right hand floater, and this can at times throw off the timing of the help defender when going for these. JJ Redick using the top lock defender to screen their own man. This is one of the best and funniest micro skills that I will always preach about. JJ Redick would always face physical defenders who would grab him, top lock him, so he would kind of walk these defenders down to set a screen on their own man and free up a shot inside for Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid. One of the smartest things to do to combat defenders being overly physical with you. That'll wrap it up for this video. Who are some other players that you feel have weird strengths that I haven't mentioned in this video? If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more NBA videos like these. I do player breakdowns, team breakdowns, and just the entire channel is dedicated to basketball. With all that being said, y'all, I'll see you all in the next video.